Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys have been following. In the last, actually, since the 6th of July, in about last 12 months, really, we've been finding out. Let me just say that. We've been finding out mm, unbelievable things. Things that sound like a movie. This guy, Kid Matlala, the Big Five Cartel, General Mkwanazi, General Kumalo, Senzo Mchunu, Brown Mogotsi, Andrea Johnson, Shedrack Sibia, Joe Ferrara Sibanyoni, and other big names that we cannot mention. We cannot mention. Too scary hunters. People who are named hunters. Crazy. Otherwise, in this video, guys, we'll be talking about Matlala's three failed hit jobs that he put out and the 25 charges that those hit jobs gave for him and his four other accused. There's a police officer. Imagine having a police officer as your hitman. This guy was on another level. This guy was on another level. And I guess this is one of those cases where we will find out if this is the beginning of the end or this is just a continuation of his story. So basically, he's facing 25 charges. Him and his mommy, fine girl, Tsagane Matlala. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful lady like that, facing life in prison. And my colleagues at work are always coming and me go, hey, Chris, what do you mean you don't want to have kids? Guys, imagine you have a daughter and the daughter falls in love with a nigga like this and now you're attending court. It's the same thing that Unandipa did to his family, bro. Now you're a doctor, you take your daughter to school, becomes a doctor, now all of a sudden falls in love with a bandit. Now yes, they understand. I don't know if it's a boy. If a boy, most of the time, the boy, he knew what he was doing. Nigga, go do your time. I understand. Crazy, crazy. So we're gonna be talking his charges relating to Mr. Joe Ferrari. I went to FNB Stadium. I saw him. He really put up in a Ferrari. Crazy. You know, I always thought like I have my homie. He's from Mpumalanga. He tells me no, he's a very popular guy. Taxi owner, businessman, or whatever. You don't want to say anything regarding those type of guys. So my homie was telling me, no, I know that guy. They call him Mr. Ferrari. And it was crazy when you actually see him pull up in a Ferrari. Crazy, crazy. And then bad bitch, small waist, pretty face, Tebogo Tobejan. Baddies, man. And DJ Ventis. So those are the charges that we're going to be breaking through, guys. Just a quick summary of what Matlala is facing, basically. Let me find them. Let me pull up. So they telling me here that the first 1 to 8 charges. So you know how you steal a pen, and then that pen, you're not just charged with stealing a pen. You're charged with breaking and entering, stealing that pen, trying to sell stolen goods. Now all of a sudden you're facing 3 counts, and they all have years on their side. Crazy. So this guy, Gutwa, he was VIP for Mswati. Mr. Mswazi, RIP, brother. Don't want to mention your names. We're just covering the case here on episode 1 of Indaba Zabantu. This is what we do. We talk about other people's business. So they're saying Mr. Ferrari is beefing with this guy, Mr. Sebanyoni. Mr. Mswazi. And Matlala took it upon himself to say, you know what? Oh my God. I'm going to need to get you sniped. I'm going to need to get you sniped. Before I continue, there's one thing. There's one other thing I need to search. I'm not sure if this case is for him or it's for the other guy, Molefe. Oh, okay, no. Because I was confused. No, DJ somebody, yeah, nah. his case seems to be linked with the other brother, the other KT Molefe. It's crazy. Molefe is my clan name, guys. Hey. Anyway, let's not talk about these guys. Let's talk about their cases, what they are facing. We ain't saying they're guilty or nothing. We're just saying what they're facing. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, 1 to 8, they relate to Mr. Joe Ferrari Sivagnoni. So this is what they're saying about Matlala did. He conspired to commit the murder of Mr. Joe Ferrari by hiring Diego Floyd Mabusela and who's the other brother? Who's the other brother? The other brother is, I'm googling it live, this thing. Oh, it's Musa Kekana and Mr. Floyd, Diego Floyd. He said he hired these guys, and I was just watching a brief of the case. The investigators said these guys were driving in this car. They parked in the street of Mr. Ferrari, and around the same time he was getting shot, they was there, but the guys pleaded not guilty. They said, nah, we didn't do it. So that is count number 1. Of course, as I mentioned, you do one crime, it gets broken up into 5 things. Next thing, you're facing 300 years in the pen. They saying, so there's the conspiracy to commit murder. It's basically the planning of doing it and actually doing it. But now Mr. Sibagnoni, he's well guarded as well because he knows there's people like this that are trying to take him out. So I think it's murder of attempted murder of him. There's a Sandile, there's a Donald, and then there's a Francis Mazibuk. I'm assuming it's his people, or this is his family, or this is his guards there because he was there in an affluent Gulf estate. Guys, they call it is it Centurion Gulf Estate? I think so. Centurion Golf Estate. Who's this guy? Centurion Golf Estate. Let's see. Can we see some pictures? Yeah, he stays there. Let me see if I can show you guys some pictures. Let me see if I can show you guys some pictures. I'm recording this in real life. This is where allegedly Mr. Sibagnoni stays. Let me try to minimize it a bit so you guys can see. You understand? They have a restaurant there where they stay, Mom, and I'm trying to see just on the outside. They have a lake. Where you stay, don't have a lake. Where he stays, there's facilities, there's a pro shop, boasting. There's fine dining, there's a function, there's golf water, but I'm trying to see the pictures. Show me the pictures for my people. Show me the pictures. Look at the gate. There's a waterfall. Where you stay, the only waterfall is that tap that the government is not coming to fix. No, man. Let's try to search somewhere else, let's look on property 24. What these niggas is living like. No, I moved that by mistake. How these guys are living. No, don't put my shit up. These are the houses. Houses, Boma, 4.3 million. Houses, Boma. Let's look at this one. Shit, there's 5 bedrooms. The other one is saying it's a 12-bedroom polo club. Let's see the pictures. Garden services here. You can't have a garden boy here. You have to have a contract. Look at the trees, how the trees are cut. 2 ovens. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Imagine you grow up where there's 2 ovens. The oven has an oven. The oven is pregnant with the oven. It's not Tupperware what you see there, hanging there. It's not Tupperware. It's La Croissant. La Croissant. You understand? Honestly, the finishes are kind of mad. Looks old as hell. But hey, man, what do I know about houses that cost millions and stuff? Should I see my thing moved? No, I'm not even sure how it moved. But hopefully it's still good. So this is where they said the alleged shooters were parked. The niggas say they were just chilling, but starting from tomorrow, there's gonna be witnesses corroborating the states. Obviously, the defense is gonna come through saying these guys were there. So now we have conspiracy to commit murder, and then four, and then how many? No, there's more. There's 5 attempted murders of 5 people, and of course they had to have had used the gun. They had to have had a gun. So that gun, then it's an AK-47 assault rifle, and then possession of 7.62 millimeter ammunition. That's 2 counts. The gun is the 7th count. The ammunition is the 8th count. That's just for one matter. And then they went to the baddie, small Louis pretty face, rocking in court, coming through with that see-through. Wait, what you know about it? What you know about it? Miss Tobijane. Miss Tobijane told the investigators, the PKTT, oh, did this guy's trying to take me out? Because I know shit. Because I know shit. All I know is that, guys, this nigga had the type of money where he has a fine baddie and he has a fine wife. And his ex-wife kind of fine as well, but nigga has hella kids, bro. I thought he had about like 12 kids or some shit like that. Niggas claiming that he's Muslim. Like, I understand, hey, man, I don't know what's happening. And then now we go to Miss Tobijane. So, of course, even Miss Tobijane is the same kind of charges that you have to plan the murder. It's the conspiracy to commit the murder. That would be the 9th charge. Attempted murder because the baddie wasn't traveling alone. The baddie was with her friend, man. Friend, they call her Japan. I don't know why she's Japan. Her friend got shot. She didn't die, but she's paralyzed. Hey, man, wrong place, wrong time. But it just tells you, what did these guys, Abu Floyd, Abu Musa, they don't care. They don't care who you're driving with. On site. You know when they say it's on site? These guys shooting on site. They shot her with, it was Tobijane, that's count 10, Japan count 11, Kumbulani count 12. So I think there was 3 people, and then of course they had to have a gun. And it looks like it's the same gun. These guys use the same guns. These guys, they don't get rid of the evidence. No, all they just do is park the car, couple of days, cool down, confiscate the dockets, disappear, then the case is gone. That's what these guys were moving like. So this is how these guys were caught, using the same guns. I'm not sure if you guys watch Matlala, because these are the same guns that had to be forensically tested. After there's this other guy that was appearing there. He says, that was kidnapped by the PKTT forcing me. So this guy works at a lab where they test these guns. So this guy, when the homies put up to say, yo, what's happening with these guns? He's like, yo, these guns have been busy. So now when he gives them the report, he doesn't talk about the guns being busy. It just mentions that, yeah, these guns, they match. Now then homies, they're like, hey, bro, you said to us these guns was tanging them people. I understand. So now what you mean? Why is it not written down? So then they had to take it to other labs where obviously the cartel is not influencing people. And then that's how they were able to link them to these murders and the other murders of Aman Swart and Mr. Sambod and the other cases that these guys have to face with Mr. Molefe himself, bulletproof in the court, running himself. You understand? And then, so that would be the 14 charges. Then there comes the fraud and what's this? The fraud, trying to hide the money. Because now Matlala, he got this tender for SAPS. This guy was, allegedly, this guy was moving mad. This nigga, he finessed the cops to give him a tender, 360 million. Nigga uses the cops' money to pay for hits. I don't know. Use the cops' money. So apparently it's from his Medicare a contract paying them 100,000, 20,000, 10,000. Like, to me, the craziest part is that these guys, bro, 10,000. Unless maybe because I wasn't listening properly, been Spani, if these are just down payments. But my nigga, 10,000, 10,000. Like, in my family, oh, I can't relate him. But there are families where, you was raised by your parents, your dad ain't have a formal job, but he also didn't have an informal job. He just, you just have money. You just have money. So this is where Musa Kekana's daughter comes in. Because now the money comes from Medicare that won the substandard into the daughter's bank account. Then the daughter transfers it then to the timer's company. Then the timer's company then is maybe able to, I don't know, because in relation to, I think it's count, because, okay, money laundering for the 20,000, that's count 15. And then the 16, count 16, the 100K that Matlala paid, they saying these guys said, hey, it's for Matlala's paying for my mom's funeral. And you know what they did? They went to the morgue of where his mom was kept, and they forced the guys to backtrack the invoice to make it seem like. But now, what didn't pitch is that obviously when you're writing the invoices, invoice, underneath those pages, they all numbered. So now, your invoice, it can't have 007 2020, 007, but the date is saying 2014. Mara 006 is saying 2016. So you're saying in 2016 you wrote an invoice, and then now all of a sudden and then the next page is an invoice for 5 years before. My nigga, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? So they're saying this guy is pinning it on his mom, bro. I mean, in gangland, they say, hey, bro, if you dead, we say that's you. It ain't snitching if the homie dead. That's what they say. They say if the homie's dead, that ain't snitching. So count 16 is the 100,000. So that's so the one that they disclosed, that's the most amount of money that Matlala gave these guys from the Medicare 24. Remember the most famous company? Medicare 24. One thing we never got to find out though from his testimony at Ad Hoc Cityhood, who has, because he was saying they didn't want to give him the tender, they wanted to give it to these other guys that he didn't want to mention. Who are those other guys? If you know, guys, please comment down below. So then they got the 10,000, the 20,000, the 100,000. And then count 17 is the false receipt to conceal the payment, the one I was telling you guys about from the morgue. And then the guy that owns the morgue is testifying, is a state witness to say, these guys came threatening my receptionist, saying, write the invoice. What? These guys were busy. Those are the first 18 charges. So the other one is it's the money laundering for the 3 accounts, and then the fraud for the receipt. You understand? Okay, so it's either fraud or attempted to defeat the hands of administration of justice by trying to cook up the fraud. And then we go into DJ Vetis. DJ Vetis, he released what's this? DJ Vetis state. Let me see if I can get the statement. Let me see if I can get the statement. Let me see if I can get the statement for you guys. I remember the statement was leaked. I remember the statement was leaked. Let me see if we can find it. I hope they won't tell me to subscribe. Sunday Times, don't tell me to subscribe, please. They telling me to subscribe. Let me try to find it. me try to find it for the homies. Let me try to find it. Ish, now it's kind of delaying this video. But let me try to find it for you guys. He was talking. Times live. Times live. I know you ain't never gonna ask me to subscribe. Times live. I know you ain't never gonna ask me to subscribe. Okay, let me read. Now this is gonna be a long video. Statement by DJ Vetis lifted the veil on an alleged killing spree that turned the capital's entertainment circuit as well as parts of Gauteng into a graveyard. All right, maybe let me see if I can show you guys this. In a statement, Makubong alleges that police that attempted murder accused confirmed to him that a hit Benin had been ordered on him. Imagine, bro. Someone tell me to tell you good, bro. Niggas is planning to kill you. And you know that's real. Because you know what business he's in. Matlala now on trial as for several attempted murder and conspiracy in C-Max in Coxted. Shout out Coxted. DJ Vetis describes himself as a close friend of DJ Somebody from childhood until a timely death. Gave the statement as part of police investigation in an attempted murder hit on him that left him with serious wounds in 2024. Svetis alleges that Sifoka and Ferrari was a member of a society or a stockfell that brought together taxi bosses, entertainers, and underworld figures. The group called Money Talks was at loggerheads with the gang of Mr. Mswaz, RIP. We don't want no smoke. And which were beefing. So Ferrari and Swaz, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, Guanas and Sibia, beefing. And then Ralph Stanfield is a member of the Mswabizim CB gang. So Vetis tells him that Sifoka was introduced Stanfield, who is business partner got DJ Somebody and in Ayeb to rapper Heavily Pablo. That's also another guy that was understand, who later attempted to sell Stanfield some cocaine that had been stolen in KZN. So the drug consignment had allegedly belonged to member of Msibi's society before police seized it. When Msimang offered to sell Msimang and Somebody to Stanfield informed the group that somebody was behind the theft of the drugs from police custody. The revelation, Makubong claims, triggered a revenge cycle that led to murders not only of Msimang, of DJ Somebody, or of Msimang, who's this guy, the DJ Heavy Pablo, and DJ Somebody, and the other gang. I'm not sure if City, Lights, Hamangapur, if he's also involved here, but they also died in a hail of bullets, you understand? You know, South Africa isn't gangland like that, you understand? So that's all I'm able to find, you understand? So Somebody, he's in business with a nigga that's in another gang. So his nigga tries to sell the cocaine to the nigga that's in another gang. And then the nigga that's in another gang, he snitches. He's like, no, I don't want anything to do with these cocainas. Then he goes and tells. Apparently, KT Mulife is gang with Mr. Msibi, Swazi, Obabaga, Mr. Nkos. So, funny Nkos. So, and then, that's how we end up here. We understand? So, Matlala seems like he was, because there was another part in the code where they said, Matlala told Vetis Guti, or told somebody Guti, when are you hanging around with these guys? If you hang around with these guys, your life will be in danger, because I'm trying to get rid of these guys. These guys are messing with my guy. these guys are in competition with my people. And you know me, CEO of VIP, you know, you understand? And then, and so now, count number 19 is conspiracy to kill DJ Vetis. Attempted murder of DJ Vetis because he ain't died. And then there was another person to count 21, Leonard playing Bengu and pizza or whatever. I'm not sure if the transcription is wrong or whatever. And of course, the next two counts relate to a 9mm pistol. Serial number was filed off. And then obviously they had 9mm ammunition for the pistol. So you shoot at someone, then they charge you, and they don't die. They charge you for trying to kill him. They charge you for the weapon that you used to kill him, if it's illegal, and the ammunition. Where did you get it? So those are count 24. And count 25, allegedly he gave these guys 10,000 to do it. 10,000. 10,000. So this is mainly about accused one, Floyd Mabusela, Musa Kekan, accused number 2, and Vusimuzi, Vuslamini, Matlala, 9 Lives, John Wick himself. And then the accused 4 and 5 really relates to the money. But apparently, bad bitch Tobejane is telling them she wanted me. She the one that was beefing with me because I was putting this big nash on. Ladies and gentlemen, basically, I hope I gave you guys a good roundup of what the charges are. Really, man, these guys have been in jail since they shot Aman Swart. Since then, these guys have been in jail and for 130,000. In one of the texts that the people are reading, they saying these guys are saying, "Oh, bro, look at this car. When are they gonna give us another job so I can buy this car?" This other one says, "Hey, me and you, I'm not sure if it's Malankan or someone. Let me hit up Cat. Cat's gonna give us a job, then you're gonna buy your car, my nigga." Ladies and gentlemen, didn't even introduce myself. Still, I was and still am still proper, still these mommies, man khalafutale mutlausa sajwang, hair like the koi san. Your sister's new crush, aka Mr. Easy and Too Much. And that was the first episode of my new show called Indaba Zabantu. This is where we talk about other people's news. We have nothing better to do with our lives. Talk about other people's news. Otherwise, guys, now tomorrow I'm one person. There's Matlala, there's Matlala court case going on. But since I'm starting here with the Matlala case, guess I might have to, dump the Matlala thing. Just read summaries and whatever. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, comment down below, man, if you think the NPA has got this or they might fumble. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Be out.